You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this channel ad-free. Hello folks, I'm Mike, this is Inkdependence, and today I want to talk about some of my favorite pen cases that I've been using in 2022, and I've broken them down into 3 different sections, things that are in my pocket, things that go in my bag, and things that live at my desk, or at a desk, depending on, the thing we're talking about. So, let's get going with pocket stuff. And the clear winner for me in the pocket is Rickshaw Bagworks. Makes really good pen cases, and I love the 2-pen case the most. I've had this one for just years and years. You can actually see it might be a little bit on the, well, it's picking up a little bit of pocket like color or whatever from going into my jeans pocket a lot, maybe. This is the original design of this pen case. It has a nice soft fleece, like plush fleece interior. It is like baby toy soft. The outside of this is like a tweed, which I really like. I have a whole bag made out of this stuff, and this really wears. I was kind of worried about a tweed, holding up over time, but like I said, I've had this for, I don't know, years and years, 5 years, maybe 6. I don't actually know. It's been a long time, but very good. The only problem with these is that when you have something in here, you sort of have to, like if it's a shorter pen, you might need to just kind of scrunch it up from the bottom to get it out. Well, the new design is called the Pen Koozie, and this one happens to be printed in, I want to say, maybe this is Goldspot's design. I forget where this one comes from. This is the Inktopus, which has like it's a octopus with a fountain pen nib, and it's very cool. But this one actually folds down from the top, and you can see it has this nice plush material in there still, and it is still divided, but since it is divided at the top, you can put your pens in there and then sort of fold it down and just grab your pen from the top instead of squinching it up like as if it is a Go-Gurt that you're trying to eat. So that's pretty cool, and that lives in my pocket most of the time. I like to put a fountain pen of some kind in there, and then probably some other sort of pen, maybe one of those, or maybe I throw in a tactile turn or something, and these keep them protected, they keep them separate, and they keep them ready to go when I need them. And I can just reach in my pocket and grab them, and right away. So that's my favorite in the pocket thing all year, and has been for the last couple of years actually. I really like these things. All right, the next things I want to talk about are things that go in the, like in your bag. So when I go to work, or I don't know if I ever go to coffee shops again, or when I go to pen shows, that kind of stuff. The stuff that I tend to take with me are smaller, but not, like 2 pens. If I'm carrying a bag, I will carry more things. So a couple of the things that I want to start with are Franklin-Christoph things. So this is the 3-pen case. This is in leather. This is one of the special editions for a Philly pen show, I don't know, a few years ago. You can see this has 3 pen slots here, and this comes out. You can find this at franklinchristoph.com, but all the things here just like slip into these sleeves. You can clip them on. Even some fairly large pens, I don't think it's going to fit. Now this Kasama Una is massive, but larger standard pens like this Diplomat Excellence fit in there no problem. And you can slap that right back in here, and there you go, and that'll keep your pens safe and secure right there. And when you need to take them out, you can either pull them out from the tops, or you can, pull out the entire pen carrier, and they'll be in there. This one I unclipped because it actually was riding kind of high. Yeah, but whatever. You can just put it down like this. It's not going to come loose. I was kind of worried about this tab system working in a bag long term, but I've never had it actually come loose. It takes a little bit of force, and like an odd force, to get it to do this, and so I haven't had it come loose, and it's worked out really well for me. They also make a NWF, which is natural wood fiber variety of this case. This is the new Penvelope, I think is what they call this, and this is sort of a recycled paper product, but it wears more or less like leather. And this is a case that I've had since they came out. It's one of the, I want to say it's one of the first run of those things. You can see it does have like a little bit of, creasing and that sort of stuff here, but I mean, leather will do that too over time. This one hasn't, but some others will and have, and that's pretty cool. It will pick up like little scratches and things like that, but that's part of the weathering process, and a lot of people that have leather goods or this kind of thing like that process. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And then they have the same ones that they have in the model, in the 3-pen model, or there is a 6-pen that is just all of these connected, right? I like using 3 pens because then I can just put in 3 regular pen or 3 fountain pens, and then just chuck, whatever, like other pens, standard pens, markers, not that one, that's gonna be too long, highlighters, all that kind of stuff can go in this side. My like my Franklin-Christoph pens can go over here, and they can be protected on their own and not be bumping into the other pens on the other side. It kind of lets you sort of, separate those things out and segment them, which I like a lot. The next thing I have for you is from Rickshaw Bagworks again, and this is actually a combination of Rickshaw and NockCo, which is Brad the Pen Addict Dowdy's company that he started a while back making pen gear, and they have come together in this collaboration, and they have improved, I think, Brad's Nock case by incorporating some of the Rickshaw stuff. So, same kind of material that you had on the old Sinclair, and I carried the older Sinclair a lot. It is a bit bigger, which is kind of nice. It has this good pocket on the outside, which you can stick pin koozies or what have you in, or just anything else you want to stick in there, notebooks, etc. The inside has the plush that Rickshaw always rocks. It has 3 pin slots over here, and then a big open area over here. And you can also, of course, put things like pocket notebooks and other things over here. You can even cram these in there, or you can put a bunch of standard pens and highlighters over here, this is the thing I carry in my bag the most right now. And then you can put these in the middle if you want, and put your pens over here. You can really pack this thing out, and it's very convenient. Good zippers and all that jazz. Keeps your stuff nice and compact together and protected. Also, you can get a little loop up here, and you can like carabiner or clip it inside your bag if you have O-rings or D-rings or that sort of thing in your bag. So this is really good. And then lastly, this is actually Audrey's, but this is another thing I found. I found this on JetPens, and then Brad Dowdy has been showing it on his Twitch stream for a long time. This is the Smand by Delda? I don't know, man, but this is a very cool case, and I kind of got this one and like got it for Audrey. So you have this cool citrus and blue color with a nice gray zipper here, and then this opens up when you get to your office or whatever, and you can just like throw your pens in there. These are actually some of her things. She's got pen rests and some highlighters in there, and then a whole bunch of extra refills for her Coletto, because that's kind of where she keeps her stuff. And I asked her to bring this home, so she just brought this whole thing home. She didn't empty it out, which is kind of cool. It's just showing you what she keeps in there at her desk, but it goes really easily in a backpack and that sort of thing as well. And it is hard-sided, so it will give your pens some extra protection, even though they will be bumping around inside of here. And then the thing that the Smand does, which is extra cool, is that you can flip this down when you're at your desk, and you can put your phone on it. So this is a pen case and stand. It's a Smand, and it works actually better than I thought it was going to. I was a little dubious about how well this thing would hold up, but it really holds a phone very nicely. So that's a cool thing to have at your desk as well, because sometimes you want your phone, up on a thing, and you can leave this open if you like, and it'll stay pretty stable. There we go, like this. And you can reach in and grab your pens and still have your phone out here. And it can all be kind of compact. And so this is good if you're going to be going to a place that maybe you share desks, or maybe you're working in a cafe or a library. Just bring this with you. It's kind of little, desk stand and pen cases all in one. Very cool. You can find that at JetPens. Okay, now for the at the desk stuff. This is stuff that stays near me, or sometimes I take it with me, but usually this is stuff that stays at home. This one you definitely could throw in a bag if you wanted. This is also from JetPens. It is from SmartFit, and you can find these at several other retailers now. I know that like Anderson Pens carries them, and there are a bunch of different varieties of this with different animals and that sort of thing. But this is like a silicone case here, and it's got this nice zipper that goes around the top, and the head flips back over, and then you've got your pens inside here, which is, I think, pretty darn convenient. What's in anything at the bottom? No. The other thing about this that's cool is that if you have longer pens, you can pop this out, and then it'll hold really long pens. Will it hold a 50? It will. It'll hold even a desk pen. This Franklin-Christoph Model 50 is very long, and it has no problem swallowing that up. And then you get to your desk or wherever you're going, you pop that down, and it puts everything within reach. So that's pretty cool. And and also, like, just how fun is this, right? I think that's very cool. So there you go. That'll hold that. The other thing, and I also got this from JetPens quite a while back, because it's from a SmaSta pen case, and this is a weird one, right? Like, it looks very strange. You might think, like, well, Mike, why does it have this weird look? Well, because it opens up like a mouth here with this zipper, and then the front folds down, and there's magnets in here, and then bang, you put that down, and you've got yourself a little pen case. You can put things in here that like paper clips. I usually keep some like larger paper clips or binder clips or that sort of thing in there, or even like small Post-it type things, like these little notes right here. And this Velcros, this Velcros through, and so it won't fall out when you close your case, which is pretty cool. And then it can just sit there, and it can be your pen case at your desk. And if you need to go someplace, you can just fold it up and take it with you, which I think is very convenient. It looks cool. It doesn't cost a lot, and I like this a lot. This holds a lot of pens. I have 2 of these now, and I really like this for pen storage. This is the Galen Leather Co. 40 pen. It's a 40 pen case. You can see there's the Galen Leather Co. logo. But this thing is like a book. I really like the way that it functions. I kind of have them just over here to the side, and when I wanted to get a pen, I just grab this whole thing and take it over here. So the bottom here unvelcros, and that releases this zipper, so you can open this flat. The zipper goes all the way around. This thing is leather. It's very nicely made. It's crazy horse leather. And then you have 10 pins here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 pins here. And you have this protective leather flap that goes across. You have another 10 here. And then the same on this side and the same over here. And so you can group them by style or brand or whatever you like. And they are all held there nice and safe. And you can zip it back up. Bam. It also go really nicely on a bookcase because it just kind of looks like a big old tome sitting there. This is not something I take with me because it is big and it is heavy and it would take up a lot of room in my bag. And so this is just not a thing that I would take portably, but sitting at my desk at home, this is a great place to store pens. And so I definitely suggest that you check these out because they're very cool. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. If you have somebody you are getting gifts for this season, or if you're just yourself looking for, I need a place to put my pens, like at my desk, I need a pen case, that kind of thing. These are great. I also have one more that I'm going to sneak in here. I didn't even have this written down, but since we're talking about stuff at the desk, this is from Toyooka Craft. Audrey just got me this at the San Francisco Pen Show. This is one of their pen boxes, and these are handmade in Japan, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at this box. It is just super nice. And then inside here, you have these little trays that are very soft to the touch and have this nice groove for you to keep your pens on. And then actually this comes out. So I have used this for photography and that sort of thing. You could put it up here if you wanted to and put other stuff in one of these drawers. There's all kinds of versatility here with this pen box, and I really like it. So check those out over at Toyooka Craft. There will be links to all of these things down in the description. But this is a thing that always stays at my desk, and I really dig it. So there you go. That's my favorite pen cases and that sort of thing for at the desk, in the bag, and on the go in 2022. Let me know what you've been using down there in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Tell a friend, and you'll see me in the next video. Peace out.